Once again, it's the black screen of death.
No! Oh, look at all those memes. Oh,
Ooh,
that,
okay.
I mean emojis. That was those powerful emojis.
Yes, look
I
at
I
all the
like it.
powerful emojis.
I will
Oh, that was
fire it
actually
back.
perfect. That was really perfect timing. I got a little frightened there. So yeah, we're playing Undertale on the Switch. So for whatever reason this happens, and I don't know why it happens. Uh, I mean, maybe I don't know. Uh, Dorito is the most
Dorito is the most
powerful.
powerful. Yeah,
I can see that.
I agree.
That's why it's there twice.
I will use our emotes. Wait. Where
Ah,
are our emotes? How far down do I
they
have to
should be there
go?
somewhere. Oh,
Oh, they're at the very top. I thought they'd be at the
shoot, I
bottom.
don't remember the controls for this at all. I actually didn't practice beforehand. Oh no, this one's gonna suck.
You done goofed.
I
You done
did.
goofed yourself.
I did. I fucked up a little bit. Ugh. Okay, yeah. Let's. This is gonna be a terrible run. I can sense it now. Welcome back to Undertale. We had a week off. Week off? Yeah,
Yeah.
week
It,
off while we were doing our AV. God damn it. While we were doing our life lessons with your Michi AVB. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check that out. It's a lot of fun. Um, if you've never seen life lessons with your Michi Oni-san, it's yes. Oh fuck. We're just gonna. It's a very good anime, very dark humor, and the exact opposite of this, which CG Nugget 123. Yes, it is a very bad time. I did a lot better than this. The end of the last stream we had of Undertale, and I'm very unfortunately bad again.
it happens, but you'll get good. I mean, last time you got him to like his. I'm not gonna lie to you.
His final boss
Like,
stage, right?
yeah, like you were almost there. If you would have made it past that one, I think the next swing would have gotten him. Because like, because when he starts to sweat, he slows down, and I'm not gonna say what happens, but you'll see.
I'm gonna probably be just as sad. Actually, no, because Sans is being a literal dick noodle right now. I can't blame him, but he's being a dick noodle. Um, I think I'll be a little relieved when he goes down versus like literally everyone else, except for Undyne. I was happy when she went down because she was also a little rough. Which,
Oh,
okay, do you guys still have Netflix? I don't remember if you were also in that batch that got rid of Netflix as well.
I actually just got Netflix back because, weirdly, it's funny that you bring that up out of nowhere
Yeah.
because we uh we random I just
Uh,
randomly for shits and giggles checked Netflix again,
yeah.
and it let me in. And sometimes it'll let you in and then like kick me out when I try to actually pick something. But just for shits and giggles, I pressed play on the Castlevania Nocturne, the second series, and it started playing, and I was like, "What?" And
What?
then an hour later, it kicked me out again, and I was like, "This! I'm just gonna get the goddamn it." So we have it again. Because
You
that turn
need
is so
to.
good. Like I'll let you before I get into it, I'll let you get into what you were about to say because it's so good.
You need
But
to. My recommendation for new anime for you. This is one that one guy and I have been watching, and it's actually doing like weekly updates. Which, oh my god, I'm so sorry. That should be the end of that phlegminess. It's so allergy ridden here. It's disgusting. Anyway, uh, it's called Delicious in Dungeon, and it's so cute. And it reminds me kind of Food Wars meets shoot. It's Food Wars meets a D&D campaign, and it's adorable.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen clips of it. It's on my watch list right now.
It,
The one
as
where
it definitely should be. It's really good.
all I hear is good things about it. Like everyone is either talking about that or Farron right now, pretty much.
Oh, for real, yeah. Freerun, we talked in depth about Freerun during the last run through of stuff we did and how it essentially gave me an existential crisis.
I don't know.
But it still means it's very good. Like, we got to a point, I think it was last week or the week before, that I actually started liking Freerun, but because it followed the more anime, what is it? Tropes, I guess. And as far as like fighting people, bro, no, stupid controller.
Karma is killing you right now.
Karma is killing me right now. That and my controller drifts. So like that whole bit where I was moving, that wasn't me moving. Yours drift too. That's okay. We lasted a lot longer than I thought I would.
The drift is so real and unfortunate. It's you can hear me talk about it a couple of times throughout Bloodborne and Elden Ring.
Yeah.
But like, one of my controllers has just the slightest drift to the right on the movement stick, on the left stick, I should say. And like, there are times where I'm not gonna sit here and act like it was a lot of times, but there have definitely been boss fights or just fights in general in my streams that went sideways just because of that. More so in the FromSoft games. It hasn't let me down in Skyrim yet, except for missing a few shots with arrows.
See, at least the arrows is forgivable.
Yeah, especially because I suck with aiming anyways.
If you were as bad as you were in Brawlhalla, then yeah. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that yet.
Dude, okay, look, not everybody can throw a ball, make it bounce off 6 different objects, and still hit the person who dodged it 2 seconds prior.
Look, when you grow up playing playing Super Smash Brothers with the likes of you, Gold Lion, Lone, and you know what? We're gonna throw Plant in there. You kinda need to get good at something that's not full frontal attacks.
Yeah.
And that was it. That's how I got good.
Yeah, Plant actually, like, in Smash, he's a lot like you. If items are turned on, he's a lot like you in Brawlhalla. He's not nearly as accurate, but if there's a Master Ball that falls, he's getting it before everybody else. And, man. You know what's kind of crazy? I have no idea how I kept up with the twins. Or Plant, for that matter.
You guys played, like, a lot. Like,
Get this. I only ever owned the original Smash Brothers. To this day, I have only ever owned the original Smash Brothers. Caleb owned Melee for a bit, and the twins owned Melee and Brawl, and I only played on the weekends with them.
But still,
and I was always running. I was always making Tim and Sam try for it. Damn it.
You were doing so well.
I was trying to just say them so often, but then I started tripping up because I had Caleb's name. But no, yeah, they were always good. I don't know if how often they played it at home when they weren't at my place, but there are still some tricks that they have that I just never figured out how to do.
Oh yeah, dude. Dodging is still an issue for me.
I'm good with air dodging in Smash. I can't ground dodge in Smash.
Really?
Well, I got better at it. I got way better at it in Smash. I'm thinking more Brawlhalla. Brawlhalla, my ground dodges are ass.
Oh, dude, no. Face was the only one who truly mastered. God damn it! You know, that one was just bad. Stupid ass controller. But Face was the only one that truly mastered like everything in Brawlhalla. And even then, there were people that were better than him.
Yeah, me and him like never stopped going back and forth. But I, I haven't like, unfortunately, I haven't talked to him in a while. Uh,
Yeah, me either.
but you know, at the same time, like life happens.
Yeah,
I'm gonna curve myself back into what I almost brought up earlier. Um,
the regarding
so
the Netflix stuff.
yeah, so I started watching Castlevania Nocturne recently, and one of our friends, one of our, I don't know if he was cool with us saying his name, so I'll just say he used to live in our old office,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. Oh, you mean
he told
Domo?
me, yeah, Domo, thank you, I forgot about the name. So Domo told me that it wasn't that great and it didn't look good, and they're all right. In the first couple minutes, there are some like CG models that looked a little
Yeah.
but I finished Overlord, and the ogres in Overlord look horrendous. like,
Oops.
an Overlord is a great show, regardless of like some of the random CG moments. Um, fucking this Castlevania Nocturne has like 10% awkward CG, and it's almost always in one specific shot, like one area, like setting in the show. Whenever they're there, for some reason, everyone's just looking gross. But eventually, like when the action starts up, that stops, and they actually use real animation, and it looks fucking good. And I shouldn't say real animation, like 3D isn't, like it's still super fucking difficult, but um,
It's it, it
it,
is
it
weird
it's
though
just
when you go
easier than
from
2D.
2D to 3D. Like
Yeah,
very
not a. It,
few things do it right. Code Lyoko was weirdly one of them. Yeah, that was
yep.
really bad. CG
Uh,
Nugget 123. That was bad.
um, which one? Gamer Burmer.
My no, my last death. Like that was really bad. Like I just
Damn, I didn't
fell
see.
in and then I finally got up and then I immediately was just like smacked by another bone. 'Twas
Oof.
unfortunate.
Sanzi's Bone Club. It was super effective.
Pretty much. God damn. I might end up switching out my controllers. But yeah, Code Lyoko did it really well, but I think the way they built the world and the animation, like, it lent itself more to that. Whereas if you look at something like Sailor Moon Crystal, that was absolutely awful and awkward and weird.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. But sorry, I randomly like I randomly just kind of spaced out for 3 seconds, and I came in. I came in when you started talking about Sailor Moon, and I was like, "Yes, respond to that like you know what she said before that, because at least you know she said that and you agree."
I mean, that
I
that's fair.
I love
You got ADD. It makes sense. It makes sense.
yeah, I love.
Soulless pacifist ending? What is that? Zero, did you die? You might have.
No, I'm responding to him,
Oh, okay.
to them. Oh my god, though.
Wait, so soulless pacifist ending? So, oh,
Oh,
are there
pacifist. I read that wrong.
not the genocide ending?
Um, I love how like in order to make sure that I'm responding to people on Twitch in time, I'm watching the stream and the messages come up. So the messages are answered at the right time and correct time. But it feels weird because I could just respond on the stream, but then it would be like 3 or 4 seconds delayed because I'm seeing it late.
No, I get you. Like, that's always the weird thing about the stream. Like, or just streaming in general. Um, tis a little odd. Oh, I was not paying attention. Oops. Oh my god, so... uh, wait, that one guy, can you hear me? He didn't answer, so I'm gonna go with no, he can't, which is good. So, Zero. Remember how I told you I've got some friends that I do God damn it! A weekly Monday anime night with?
Yeah.
So, we're watching My Hero, and they finally got to my favorite season. Guess
Yeah.
what? I think if I remember right, it's one of your favorites too. Like, arguably, it's the best, like, everybody's favorite season.
The war.
No, they're not that caught up with the anime yet.
Is it? Oh wait, no, that's during the war. Never mind.
The
I
Shie
was gonna.
Hisaikai arc?
The what?
The Shie Hisaikai arc. Like, when they go in, like, Eri in Kaichizuki.
Oh, are you talking about? Sorry, my brain. I don't know what's going on with me, like, but my brain is having trouble comprehending everything. You're talking about the most kick-ass overhaul arc, right?
Yeah, the overhaul arc.
Yes! Oh my god, Eri gave it away from me. Eri brought my brain back to normal. But yeah, no, that is a great arc. I love it.
I'm so excited for them to start watching it. It's so good.
It was one of the few arcs. This is a weird, and I think I only care about this because, like, I enjoy writing and I enjoy, like, breaking down writing. And I remember being slightly bummed a little bit during the arc.
Yeah.
I remember being slightly bummed during that arc a little bit because I wanted to see the more of the, what were they called? I can't remember what they were called. Were they sins? Or were they just about, like, death things? The representatives of death that Overhaul kept with them.
Oh yeah. Well, like,
I can't remember what their group was called for whatever reason.
No, but, that's fair. They were only there for like a handful of episodes.
Yeah, a couple of them got to be fleshed out, and they were very cool. Most of them, anyways, the ones that got fleshed out. But I kind of wanted to see more of them.
Right.
And then, like, but as the arc kept going, I got more excited that I wasn't, because it felt more real. We had a whole army of heroes and police officers charging in. There was never going to be a chance for a whole lot of, like, Team Yusuke going up the four great Saint Beasts. Like, it wasn't just a few super crazy powerful kids and two absurdly old demons rocking the shit out of a bunch of, like, armies of demons and four crazy strong Saint Beasts. No, because it was always going to be a gang fight with everybody, like, and it was. there was a couple of like there was one 2v2 if I remember right, and then everyone else was like ganking,
Yeah.
like, and not even just the good guys. Like Lemelian took down a couple of aspects of death before even reaching overhaul.
And that's
And
saying a
then
lot because he didn't have a quirk. Oh, no, actually, no.
no,
He still did. He still did.
but he was under the influence of intoxication,
Yeah.
and he still pulled it off like nothing.
God
And
damn it.
God,
God.
I remember how did they
we're
beat
just
the
going.
Mythic dude?
The mythic dude?
The Mimic dude,
Oh,
didn't
the
they?
Mimic?
Because I remember Toga and Twice pissing him off because they were just like, dude, this is f***ing stupid. I just want to like cause some mayhem and mischief. Let's do it.
I don't remember what.
Like I remember him going crazy and just like going absolutely ham, but I cannot remember how they beat him.
I don't. God damn it. I don't remember that either. Like, I've rewatched My Hero at least twice now. And there are still bits and pieces that I don't remember. Like, ever happening. And part of it, I will say part of it is because, like, I watched it on Funimation, and Funimation did this thing every now and again where, like, certain episodes, for whatever reason, like, you couldn't watch them. And it's not like they weren't available, it's just for whatever reason, just episodes straight up couldn't be watched. So there was like a whole episode in like the first season that I didn't get to see, and it was kind of important.
Oh.
But like, oh well, I got it in the recap. That's what recaps are for, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Or if you're One Piece, like a whole episode devoted to recapping things that happened 5 minutes ago.
Oh my god, literally, I just got to the very end of the Kaido fight. And then right after it ends, like, you get like an episode where like they talk a little bit about what's gonna happen next. And then the very next episode, after they finally declare the winner of the fight, it's, yo, Gear 5 Luffy went crazy, right? You want to see that shit all again? Like a whole, it's literally just like, but they do that with all of them. Zoro versus King, Sanji versus Queen. The episode after they take them down, recap of the entire fight. It's kind of nice. In one regard, I'll at least say this. If you just want to see the fight and you can't find that shit on YouTube, at least you can just go from beginning to end fight episodes. That is nice. Because sometimes that's all I want to do. Sometimes I try to look that shit up on YouTube and you know, like, so everyone, in order to put it up, they got to make it smaller, maybe put it in the corner, maybe
Reverse it.
Yeah, reverse it, or
Cut it up.
like, yeah, and like the cut up is the most common used, and it's always cut at the most awkward time. And it never occurred to me how good of an editor I was until I started. Because I would still call me basic, but I wouldn't make the cuts like, and the points that some of these motherfuckers be making them. You'd see like a wind up to an attack, and then they would already be like on the ground rolling.
Right? God, those were the days. Y'all kids don't know how good you had it, or have it, with your good YouTube animations and your streaming services. We had to watch commercials, but wait, you have to watch commercials. You just have to pay more money for them. looking at
Wait,
you,
are you-
Hulu.
Speaking of that, did you hear about Shane and like all those guys that left BuzzFeed to make their own like version of BuzzFeed Unsolved and what's it called? Worth It.
No.
So they got. Hold on, let me make sure I'm talking about it. I don't know why we don't. I specifically don't do this more often. Because whenever we do group streams, I'm on a laptop and usually somebody else is playing. On the screen,
At least right
but
now.
like half the time we discuss something and we're like, I'm not sure. I'm sitting in front of a computer and I still look it up. But,
Oh, thanks for the
what was
follow, CG Nugget 123.
what was I about to Google?
The BuzzFeed stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think you misheard Flowey. He said, this is the one time where it's good to be a quitter, not this is the one time when it's good to be Hitler. Oh! Heh. Well, Genocide Run. What's the most well-known genocide run?
I don't know.
Or, no, what's the most well-known genocide? Germany. Nazi Germany.
Like,
Then maybe,
seriously?
oh shit. Then maybe, Rwanda. Bro, no, God, I wasn't paying attention at all. Then maybe
Oh, no.
whatever's going on in Sudan. Well, no, actually, right now it'd be, and this is the only time we're gonna get political, Israel in Palestine.
Did you know there's a country right now that is straight in a straight up state of anarchy? They have no government.
Really?
Yeah, hold on.
Hitler had a favorite group. Chara kills everyone. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Can we get flagged for talking about Hitler? Is that still the thing?
I have no idea. So.
Because I thought at one point we could.
It might be hard to say because I know people still do Wolfenstein streams. Sometimes.
That's fair. That's fair, actually. Oh, god dang it. Wolfenstein is still a really popular game, though, and that came out a while ago. Boop. This is the worst run we've had so far, and you guys are here to witness it. Unfortunate, I promise I'm a better gamer than this, but I say that with every stream, so maybe I'm not following C.
South Sudan. Oh, you actually mentioned it. South Sudan.
Yeah,
they don't
South Sudan's Darfur conflict. Like, that's what I've been talking about for years.
Yeah, so they most recently lost all their government, and pretty much it's going to what everyone makes TV shows about. You know, like basically local bandit groups and anyone that had and anyone that had any form of militia is just going nuts all over the place.
Yeah.
Myanmar, as far as I know, is also still going through some craziness, but they've been going through it for a while now, though. I think back in 2020, it might have just been 2020. Because the Myanmar, one of the candidates for political leadership, pulled a Trump and said that, you know, the election was rigged. So, in the middle of someone's workout video, no joke, this became a meme before it became scary. A local streamer in Myanmar was doing a workout video live, and suddenly all these military vehicles. She was at the Capitol, and all these military vehicles just start rolling in, and she showed us how to get our beach bods at the twilight of anarchy or a hostile
I think
takeover.
I
It's not anarchy.
vaguely remember like the news story about that.
Yeah, Sir Swag covered it on this month's News Without the Bullshit series, and soon after that happened, he started bombing local small towns that
Yeah.
like against him, and then trying to claim to the rest of the world that they were attacking first. Like, dude, they got like sticks. Oh.
That's just how.
Mm.
We could go forever about dictators and stuff. Honestly, that might be a good ABB discussion at some point. Like when we go over maybe Wolfenstein, because I'm sure at some point we'll go over Wolfenstein.
I might try to pull Teal'c on that because she's actually like, it's one of the few games that I have not played and she has beaten.
Dang!
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I want Teal to be in more things. We still need to play Gartic Phone with Teal.
Yes. I just want to play Gartic Phone, honestly.
Honestly, yeah, we haven't done Gartic Phone in a minute, so maybe at some point we could do that.
But instead,
I'm
for
free
right now,
some
I'm
Fridays now.
gonna. But instead of doing it right now, I'm gonna do a terrible segue back to something I tangented off of like 20 minutes ago.
The BuzzFeed thing?
Oh no, that wasn't even it. But that's like start back.
Oh my god. So okay, so what were you talking about? Oh my god.
After I finally The Watcher. The channel was called The Watcher on YouTube. So Andrew and Ryan from BuzzFeed Unsolved, they used to like go over a whole lot of unsolved mysteries. Why did that take me so long? Unsolved mysteries, whether it be crime, murder, well, murder is a crime, but crime, aliens, disappearances, or like the reappearance. One of them was crazy because one of them was like a kid went missing, and then they thought they found the kid dead in a box, but then the kid came and the parents raised the kid, and then years and years and years later, the real kid just like was found somewhere else, already an adult, like, but no one knows where the first kid came from.
Oh.
Or the second kid, the kid. Oh wait, no, the kid in the box was totally different. But so take that part out of the story. Girl went missing, girl was found, girl was raised, and turns out not right girl. No one knows where not right girl came from.
Oh.
Yeah. And how like she looked so much like their daughter that they just raised her. And she just went by the name.
That would mess anybody up so very bad.
Right? They also went to a couple of haunted places. Like they would stay the night. They stayed the night at the Winchester house. They stayed in one of the. I think they stayed in the house where the Exorcism movie was based off of. And
what is the Winchester house? Like I hear about it and I know. God damn it! I know
so
of
the Winchester
it and
house,
I don't remember ever what it is.
So the Winchester house was the home of the widow of the man who either invented the Winchester pistol or he was related to the people who created the Winchester's guns. And there was this whole legend that the Winchester family was cursed because of all the indigenous Native Americans that were killed by their guns. And pretty much like all the men of the family would just die. And all the people of the family would just die. And in order to protect herself from the curse, she just kept building a house. I don't remember what she thought. Like, oh, it was because like the spirits would come and get her. So she just made a house that they could never find her in. It just kept going and going, and there are doors that lead nowhere. There are doors that lead to brick walls. There's doors that will take you out of the house on the second story with no platforms.
I hate that so much. The idea of that.
And like, there's like one room where there's like 4 chimneys.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, it's a whole, like, imagine the trap house that H.H. Holmes had, and then shame it by making it crazy wackier, and no purpose, like no purpose other than to keep a woman from ghosties. And
Respect, I guess.
yeah, and technically it never finished because she would have kept going if she hadn't died. But yeah, so they even stayed at they didn't stay. They visited the island in Mexico where everyone just leaves dolls.
Oh God, no! I hate that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was horrifying, and then there were spiders everywhere.
Ugh!
Yeah, so it was fun time.
Ah.
So them and the guy and Steve and who the
Probably
fuck
would have
was
been
the other?
Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew from Earth It. They all created this channel called The Watcher, and it was doing good. I mean, technically, right now, it's doing well, but it's plummeting.
Oh no.
They decided to announce this crazy whack-a-mole idea, right?
Okay.
Where they were going to, where they already have a Patreon. They already have, they already have 3 tiers of different, like, you get more material if kind of deal. And now they've made their own network. And if you, like, streaming service, I should say. They made their own streaming service. And if you want to get a start on any of their shows, you can watch the premiere first episodes on YouTube, and only the first episodes.
So it's kind
Everything
of like
else,
Rooster Teeth was, only probably more expensive, right?
well, like Rooster Teeth, you could just watch it on their website, and you just get extra perks if you like win gold.
Ah!
But Watcher, you have to pay $6 for everything.
Oh.
So, like, not individually. I mean, like, if you want to watch their shit in general, you have to pay $6 a month. On top of the fact that they also have a Patreon that has its own still, like, tiers. They're not taking the Patreon down. So they have a Patreon going. They have a service now, and everyone's asking the question: if you were giving us this product for free, and we already have paywalls for extra content, why would we want to pay $6 a month to get what you were giving us for free? And some of us that gave extra for the extra.
Yeah.
But now we got, in order to get the not extra stuff, they have to pay. So they have to pay for Patreon to get the extra stuff, and they got to pay for the streaming service if they want to know what the extra stuff is relating to.
That's so confusing.
Yeah, it's a bad idea, and everyone's basically been shitting on them for it. Charlie, Moist Critical, for those who don't know who I'm referring to, he made a video pretty much ripping them a new asshole by saying they have the people that are defending Watcher are saying, well, they have 25 employees to pay, and that shit's not easy. And then Charlie divulges that he has more more than twice that, and he's paying. He's not just paying people that edit videos and such. He's paying professional gamers who play on absolute professional leagues.
Yeah.
And he's got more employees just doing that than he does, than they do. And he's like, I don't do that. And he does a wrestling thing. Like he has his own wrestling.
Thing?
Yeah, he has his own like wrestling series that he does, and that both. Oh wait, no. That is lucrative. His gaming, Moist Gaming, the company that he does for professional gaming. He's completely and utterly said in the past that it's a money sink, and he knows it is. He knows he loses money on it, and it's mostly a loss, but he does not care. He loves doing it, and he's going to keep doing it. And he admits all of that, and it's basically like when Xbox said, "You'll always be live," and then PlayStation came out for PlayStation 4 and went, "We're not doing that," and the whole world cheered. Like, that's pretty much what the feeling I had. Like, it's like you're humble bragging, but at the same time, but he also goes over the fact that they make twice the amount of views that he gets. So they're definite, and they have a bunch of more brand deals than he does.
Especially coming off of something like BuzzFeed.
Yup. And the fact that he names everything moist, so like he runs into issues like he ran into recently where certain organizations just won't work with him. He had to give up. He had to give up one of his teams recently, his Apex team, because immigration would not let them come in to play at this professional league because they just didn't like his name.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't like Moist Sports or Moist Gaming. They're just like, yeah, no, we don't want that. We don't want that in our. We don't want that.
Professional league.
Yeah, and they didn't say it specifically, but all the lawyers that he's talked to have basically said like with everything they presented and everything they've done, and the fact that none of his gamers have had any trouble whatsoever, and they've been in the professional circuit for a while. They are a well-known and recognized team, and all of these gaming companies, all of these lawyers are all coming to bat for them, and this one immigration officer is just like, nah. Yeah, but yeah. So that's what was going on with the Watcher. They were just being a bunch of pee poo puss. And like I love the guys, and you can like it's kind of funny. You can see it in Ryan's face when they say it. Like you can kind of tell he's thinking in his head, "This is a bad idea." No one looks super excited that they're talking about it, and the only one who kind of seems like he's selling it is the dude from Worth It, whose name I cannot remember.
Andrew?
I haven't watched. I thought Andrew was the white guy.
Andrew's the blonde, Steven is the Asian.
Yes. Okay. And now I can't. Wait. I need to rewatch some of their shit. How did I forget their names? I haven't watched their stuff in a while.
I was gonna say, it's been a while since, like, they've really been trending. Like they were at one point. It's all about hot ones and last meals.
Oh my god. Did you watch Conan O'Brien's Hot Ones?
Oh my god. Yes, I did.
Like, if there's anyone who could have been on Jackass that wasn't, it was Conan O'Brien.
For real. I can't even begin to tell you how nostalgic I felt and how much I missed him on late night And I'm just like, I remember back in high school, I used to watch him on late night before I went to bed. And then I'm like, oh, I'm so old.
Uh, I just like I thoroughly enjoyed the entire thing.
Oh,
Teal had
so
to look
good.
away for a bit because she hates spit
Saliva.
and moist.
No,
Yeah,
me
yeah.
too. You can
Like
tell
the
Teal
last
I'm
10
the
minutes,
same way.
the last 10 minutes of that video were just not good for her.
No, tell Teal I'm the exact same way. She doesn't have to feel
Yeah.
bad about it literally at all. Like,
Like literally the only wild thing that anyone could say they did that he didn't do during that is Steve-O put a drop of the hot sauce in his eye.
for
I can't
real.
remember if he did that on Hot Ones or if he did that on a different show by them.
I can't
But
imagine it wouldn't have been Hot Ones.
like he did it in it. Oh wait, no, it was a second. It was like a second thing on the Hot Ones channel.
Was it
It could
like
have
their
been like the
behind the
second channel.
scenes stuff?
No, it was just one like they don't they have other things like where sometimes they like eat the world's hottest curry or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
But he did it was back in the days of COVID when Steve-O like had to do some things at home. Um, but he did a Hot Ones challenge from home, and at the end he just was like squirt squirt in the eye.
Dude, I'm still forever sad that Daniel Radcliffe's Hot Ones was Hot Ones at home. Because I feel like
No,
he would be so good. He would be so entertaining. And not just because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I still like Harry Potter, but he's just an entertaining person. Like, in
well,
every other movie he's been in has been so good. Like,
and don't feel bad about liking Harry Potter. Look, I'm just gonna say it right now. Most of us who like Harry Potter like it because when we grew up, everything that people think of J.K. Rowling, that series said the opposite.
facts.
There's nothing in the actual books, there's nothing in the actual movies that says any of what we know her to be.
Yep.
And in fact, the themes of Harry Potter are literally against her. It's one guy being magical Hitler, not liking specific people for stupid reasons, and the entire point of the good guys is to say that dude. and
Yup.
and it's only that dude because we have Slytherin, a representative of the people who followed the Nazis, and the entire series shames them. Like by the end, they're considered to be dangerous to Hogwarts because they're basically on Voldemort's side to start with. He started the house. Like,
He didn't start the house, but yes, he was their most prominent member in the house.
I forgot he did not start the house.
Now you
But
good.
either way,
He old, but he not that old.
yeah. But yeah, it's just like, dude. But calm down. It's okay to like a series, especially when it goes against everything we know about her today. It's just that now we're not going to pay for more of it. We've had our good moments, and we can have those good moments, and we can like those good moments. It's just that now we know not to give her any more money.
Yep. I'm not gonna
Like,
lie, I was really sad when what was it, the new Harry Potter game came out because like it genuinely looked really good, but also it kind of looked really bad.
you can watch Zero Punk. Mm, I mean, like,
like it was one of
I,
those
I
things where
guess
I'm just like I want to get it, but at the same time I genuinely don't want to give her more money. Like I 100% agree. Like I feel bad to some degree for liking Harry Potter. Like it
I
just
don't think you should.
no, like I really shouldn't, but it's just like the overarching thing. Like I'm finishing up reading the last book. I own the games. The games are some of my favorite games. The
Yeah.
movies are great. I am probably gonna watch the TV show when it comes out, and I'm never gonna go to Universal because currently that's how she's making her money,
Yeah, that then.
right?
But yeah, like, okay, so think of it like this.
Yeah.
The themes of the story and the themes of everything that Harry Potter is actually about says pretty much her agenda. So hilarious. But not only that, um, here's to help you feel a little bit better about it.
Yeah.
Um, at least that medium, it means what it meant. It meant what it meant. It, it had a good meaning. And then we found out that the owner sucked. But we didn't learn that any of the messages in Harry Potter were meant to be really bad, except for maybe the goblin scene in the movies. I think someone in Hollywood had some weird anti-Semitic shit going on.
No, I agree. Like that shit, like the goblin scenes, those were all real bad.
But I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice it until it was pointed out in Cinema Sids and like every single critique of the movie ever. But
Yeah.
but think of that, and then think of Lost Prophets. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's an old band who was really well known for two songs, "Rooftop" and "Last Train Home," and they had quite a few other hits that I didn't know about, and I don't ever care to know because, as it turns out, the lead singer was a diddler and a proud one, and like he did the things he did are holy crap bad. His ex-girlfriend tried catching him on it, and by saving messages and like tricking him into having conversations about it, she went to the police and they turned her away. After they arrested him for everything, they arrested her. Oh wait, no, they arrested her first for having the images in her phone because she was trying to get him, and she got arrested first. And then they didn't come for him for those images. They came for him because somebody leaked that he was buying a newborn off of a mother.
I hate.
Yeah. And it gets slightly worse. Actually, that's probably the worst, but the reason why the medium that he was a part of is ruined is because some of the music videos referenced what he was, and it was purposeful. According to some people that were witnesses to things, he was never shameful about it. And
I'm not surprised because he continually got away with it.
And one of the music videos, it ends with him like telling kids to come into a back room with him. And once that moment happened for me, once I learned that, I can't go back because now I know his music has been touched by it. The message is tainted because you know what happened, and he involved the art with it. And it's like, ooh. Like if J.K. Rowling went left turn in like book 6 and Harry was like, you know what, muggles, 100% I'd be on board with hating Harry Potter.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened. Harry Potter said not only Voldemort, but the system that made that happen, and the system that made it so I had to have a hard life because you guys were too scared of that shit. Like, and he's like, I'm gonna become an aura. I'm not gonna finish Hogwarts. I'm just gonna be a badass wizard for the rest of my life. That's my whole thing.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah.
Like, and he did it with his best friends, a Muggle-born and a pureblood who didn't give a fuck.
Fact
And he
so.
himself is also dating married to a gingers.
Gingers.
But uh, so to return from a tangent and with the greatest segue of all time.
I was gonna say, we have been just dragging you off of tangents, and this whole stream has just been you attempting to go back to one tangent, only to go off of 5 more to go back 5 steps.
Okay, but I'm actually going back to the original thing, so Castlevania.
So Castlevania.
I literally only talked about like the first steps of it, and then I'm like, oh.
Then 5 more things.
Yeah. So outside of the animation, the animation does get really good during the fight scenes specifically, and like in general, it's not bad. And the art is still. It goes from being similar to what the original Castlevania animation was. I don't know. Have you seen that yet?
No, it's been on my list for a long ass time, but like for a while I just haven't been watching Netflix until I was just like, I should probably make use of all of the money I'm spending on all of these streaming services.
And you should do it, because even the first season, honest to God, was one of the first goddamn TV shows that was taken from a game that genuinely did great.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up caring about more characters than I would, and my favorite character ended up being the character that annoyed me the most in the beginning. Like, the writing in it is so good, and it feels natural, and that's something that they carried over to in Castlevania Nocturne. An amazing segue there. So in Castlevania Nocturne, the conversations are similar. Like, conversations feel real. They sound like things people would say, especially in the time where people in the first one, it was in super, like, people didn't even know what toilet paper was yet. Not even kidding. That gets played off as a joke at one point, and I think the final season of the original series. And Dracula's about, so people are miserable. They kind of talk like it, but
Respect.
not in a sad way. In a, hey, what's your problem? Golf, wanker kind of deal. And the second one is in the middle of the French Revolution. And wow, Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Slayer, really drove home to me back in the day that putting vampires in place of racists or authoritarians, it works so well. And it does here too. In Castlevania Nocturne, politics get involved with some vampires, but they don't spend too much time on it like Star Wars, and it makes it awesome. And one of the badass characters of the season is an Aztec vampire. Oh, hell yeah. And he's gay as fuck.
Why does that not surprise me?
Oh man, he is so cool though. A bastard, but like kind of a deserved bastard. I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything because you should definitely see. But it's not much of a spoiler, so I don't mind saying this part.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to figure out, like, if I don't know, I still don't know because I haven't watched it all yet, if Dracula himself is going to make an appearance.
Ooh.
And I was thinking, how the are they going to follow up on Dracula? They did a really good job with Carmilla, and I won't say anything more because I should have even said Carmilla, but like, they did really well following up with Dracula in the first series, but with all these new characters, I was like, how the hell are they gonna like surpass or make it seem like just as high as a goal? And then they're like, oh hey, what's this chick? What's her whole deal? What's this bad antagonist whole deal? And in the first episode they mention it, they're like, oh yeah, she drank a god's blood. Excuse me? What? And it's not a god that a lot of people have really heard of. It's one of the children of Ra.
I see.
Or was it Horus? I think it was Ra. But yeah. But the writing is so good. Conversations in it happen so naturally, and people they're able to tie in so many things that like work together. Like a character from out of France comes to France, and their whole deal with slavery meshes so well with the People's Revolution in France, and like the main characters, their whole group's dynamic. They make good use of fan favorite characters without making them seem too like ha. Like they're definitely ha. They're not like, oh yay, they're on screen, all the tension is gone. No, there's none of that because so much has happened in the first series that no one feels safe anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of those. It is
So it's
very
like Game
brutal.
of Thrones, but turned up to like 11.
Yeah, so I just want to say the events of the first episode involve someone killing Dracula's wife, and then he's just like, okay, all of my creatures, go. And you get to see them go.
Dang.
They don't cover any of it up. They don't, like, it's not go and then, you know, cut away and then the whole city's in ruin. No, you get to see the city die.
That's actually
And,
cool, though.
And I would feel bad about spoiling the premise, but at the same time, it is. I could describe the whole episode, and I couldn't do it justice because between the visuals, the music used, the setup for everything that's done, it's so good, and I was so happy because I've been let down by a lot of video game shows.
Speaking of video game shows, though, have you seen the trailer for Borderlands?
Yes, I'm kind of excited because video game TV shows lately have been doing kind of really well.
Right?
And like Arcane apparently did really well. I still gotta watch that. I heard Dragon's Dogma actually did shit. What was it? Cyberpunk? Oh my god, Cyberpunk? Have you watched Cyberpunk?
I have not.
Dear God, do it! Do it! Just like, let me inspire you. The main character's Latino. Just like, do it.
Look, just because a character's Latino doesn't mean that it's gonna be good, even though, like, it most of the time has been pretty good.
Yeah, but they're so good. It is so good that the ending made people go back to play the game specifically to murder a character. I'm not even kidding. The amount of I have looked into it because I was so curious. The second I finished the series, I was like, the feeling I have right now to buy the game just to kill that guy.
Oh my god.
Ooh. And I looked it up, and retention time in the game went nuts. Like the amount of people that were online for it, just and the amount of sales that happened. Like, people went out and bought the game purely because they wanted to murder a dude they saw on the show.
Honestly, the best way to get sales.
Oh,
Make
yeah.
a character just so irredeemable.
And then everyone made a full, like, thing out of finding the locations in the game, finding everyone's equipment in the game. People went in, killing that guy with their shit.
Deserved.
Oh, man. And it's so good. There's a song they play like Tori could tell you. There's a song that they use in that that will immediately once you watch the show, you'll never be able to hear that song without going back to the feeling of like your favorite moment in that show or whatever one like resonates with you most at the moment. It's like wow, uh, you you hypnotize me with a song to get sad all the time, but it's a good song, and you're like I want to hear it more. Um, if you want to listen to it on your own time, like before you watch the show, or even if you don't, I will send it to you. It's called "I Want to Go to Your House." It's so different than what I normally listen to. It's so goddamn good. Um, oh, also the
That's
animation is.
surprising though, because you listen to a little bit of everything.
I know, but like, it's hard for me to. I guess I should say it's hard for me to find these kinds of artists because usually the stream of artists from anywhere between techno to electronica that I listen to kind of loop back into each other.
No, that's fair.
Which, like, I guess that's the reason I should get on Spotify more. But yeah, no, this
Spotify, I'm not gonna lie, Spotify's been pretty bad with recommendations lately. If you
hello.
can believe that.
I can because I haven't had it in a long time. I try not to help out Spotify too much because of how they pay their artists.
No, that's fair.
But oh shit. The animation for it's also very good. It's there are parts of it that look like other anime that you watch, but it's kind of like if Cowboy Bebop was reanimated today and in a different like it's that kind of feel to the animation. There are characters that like you look at and you're like I could see them walking next to Jet kind of deal.
Oh,
with his robot arm. Yeah, but like more I shouldn't say modernized because like they're definitely they're wearing future looking shit all the time, but like it's that kind of dirty back of the city vibe.
Yeah.
And
like more crusty, edgy kind of stuff.
Yeah, and like you see some luxurious places, but the luxurious places are always kind of like toned down in color in a way that says like these are rich people, but they're not good. And it's very much not a black and white show. It's a very gray show where, but I like watch it and then learn why everyone loves the name Rebecca now. That and Catbug and Cyberpunk have made the name Rebecca amazing. Rebecca! Damn. What other game shows did really well? I heard that, I haven't watched it yet, but if I remember right, Last of Us has been doing gangbusters.
Oh, yeah. Last of Us was a whole thing.
There was another one recently, too. Fallout's apparently doing really well.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, I guess I forget that Fallout also made a show. Like that's the big thing right now is making shows out of video games because like Hollywood is starved for creativity.
Yup. Fallout is like I think it's like the most new. And speaking of Fallout, I've been watching this YouTube channel called the Spiffin Brit, right?
Okay.
And so what he does is he goes into games and he's like, "Hello, everyone. It is I, and today we are going to play the best game ever. Insert Skyrim or Fallout or whatever. And we're going to see how perfectly balanced it is by getting infinite money. Because Todd Howard is the best game designer of all time." Like he just like shits on Todd Howard and also applauds him all the time. His whole channel is just breaking games using exploits.
So like Sims and shit. He would break the Sims.
Oh, he has.
Oh,
We just watched a video not too long ago where he's like, "Where I'm going to be the most evil person I've ever been." So one of the infinite money glitches is to get yourself he named his character Jeff Bezos when he did this, by the way. Just want to say that. And he named 3 female characters, interns 1 through 3,
oh.
impregnated them, and then put them in a pool, and then put in a wall and tie around the pool. Because if you get a sim pregnant, they cannot die, so they cannot drown.
Oh my god.
But they're still pregnant. And then they have a kid, and when they have a kid, the kid glitches, and the cradle will spawn, but the kid will not pop out. The kid will stay in the mom, and then the mom goes through pregnancy again.
Oh my god.
Then he hires a maid because Jeff Bezos isn't going to clean up after himself. And then, oh wait, Jeff Bezos, what are you doing? Why are you? No, Jeff, you already have 4 women inside the. Well, there's a 5th woman. And he just keeps doing that. So he keeps spawning all these baby carriages, and then he just sells them.
What the
Yeah, he broke Final Fantasy XIV's economy.
Somehow that's not surprising.
Without playing the game.
Wait, okay, no.
Yeah. So there's this little trick, right, where you could Final Fantasy XIV has, like, WoW and so many other MMORPGs has multiple servers that you play on.
Yeah.
However, some servers have a whole lot of battle-hungry PvPers. There's not a lot of certain things. And because of that, there's a lot of specific items that just skyrocket in sale because people are there to fight, not to farm. So everything there is a super high price. And no one can, all the people who play as merchants can't sell their shit at the board. So what he does is he goes into another server with the same either with the same character or with a character that sends money over to the other area, and he buys specific items on servers where that shit is cheap, like 200 gil, and then he goes over to the battle server and sells it for anywhere between 1,000 to 5,000 gil, and that's the cheap stuff.
Shit.
So then he introduces 2 other people. One person who's doing the exact same thing on 2 other different servers, and another person who is going around to every server that is known for like raising levels and just buying all of the level up stuff and buying all the gear. So then he was selling on servers where people just want the gear really quick. And now they basically destroyed the economy of one server, made other economies prosper, and became billionaires.
My dude. Oh my
Yeah.
God. This friend also
Yeah.
sucks.
But he's been playing a lot of Fallout. Well, I've been watching a lot of his Fallout videos, and my God, he made a pipe gun, like a tiny little pipe gun pistol, and made it launch a series of mini nukes.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, like any exploit that you can think of, he somehow found. Dragon's Dogma was out for 2 fucking weeks, and he's already made an exploit video. Like, I don't know how the fuck he found it so fast.
Why not? If you can think it, it's like Blades of Glory. If you can dream it, you can do it.
Oh, I guess so.
It probably does come to him in like his sleep or something, or like it's a shower thought or an intrusive thought, and he's just like, I bet I could do this.
True. And
$5, it's an intrusive thought.
I think my favorite video that he did though that I watched was they did a mod where you could play multiplayer.
Okay.
And he had 4 friends who were trying to hunt him down and kill him. And he's like, oh, but we're going to use some exploits to survive. Like, he only would, I think there was a list of exploits he wouldn't use, like, to kill them, like, immediately. But he just basically grabbed a staff of paralysis, juked it up to have so many uses, and just like, but yeah. But to talk to I guess what will probably be our ending topic of the night. A topic that we go to oh so often.
Oh my god.
Have you seen Long Ring Long Land is Hilarious yet?
Not yet. It's been on my list, but I haven't had a chance to watch it.
Oh
And
my
I'm
God,
so
it's
excited for him to rip on Foxy.
Like, Teal has no desire to watch One Piece. And that video got her to laugh. I made her sit through it, and she still giggled.
I had that one guy watch East Blue is Hilarious.
Oh man, it's so good. I introduced it to one of my coworkers.
Yeah.
I showed him the description that Jimmy Scoops gives Big News Morgan of Luffy, and he's like, okay, I need to see the rest of that.
Right? Like, that entire... Oh my god, it's so good. I'll tell you what though, that one guy and I were trying to figure out like a new anime to watch, because I think I told you, but that one guy's been caught up for a while, but I finally watched Tower of God.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it so much. Rachel's a bitch. I hate her.
Yeah. She is still to this day on some of the top like most hated anime character boards, above characters like Aizen from Bleach.
That's hard to do though.
Tucker. She got above Tucker in one of the polls.
That's hard to fucking do. Like, I still hate Tucker more than I hate Rachel.
Yeah, you'll get there.
But like, oh, trust me, I started reading the comic, and then I started reading the manga for Spy Family.
Nice. Wait, you got on Webtoon?
Ah, yeah.
Oh my God, I have a few recommendations, but let's talk. How far are you in the Webtoon?
Not very far. I think I'm on like 10, maybe.
But you can already see the differences from there. There's so much more information in the Webtoons.
Oh, for real. Like, I still can't, I'm not gonna lie, I love the way they're drawn in the anime more than I do in the webtoon, but like, I think that's because, personally, I like the scratchy art style in the anime. Like,
I do love that. I love that art style that they went with in the anime. It's
right,
so good.
It's so unique and it's so good.
The art style, still, no, I'm not gonna destroy his name like that. Anyways, the Sui, the creator of the webtoon, like the further you go into season 2,
Yeah.
like you already start to see some improvement at the end of season 1.
Yeah.
But like going into season 2, it starts hiking, and then like at one point in season 2, I didn't even realize like, you know what? When's the last time I saw someone have like a really weird like solid red eyes, silly face? Like the silly faces still happen, but like, trying to think what happens by chapter 10. Uh,
Eeh.
oh, like some of the faces that Evan and Yuri made in the first couple of chapters. Like, they're still silly moments,
Yes.
but none that looked like I could have drawn.
Yeah.
And he just gets so much better.
This may be, depending on how long this topic goes, this may be my last or my second to last run. But yeah.
Um, but I love how much more in depth they go to like talk about Shinsu and the webtoon and
Yes!
um, like just even the beginning, the fact that they go a little more in depth in the beginning of the webtoon about like for one the dangers of the tower.
Exactly.
They show
Go
yeah,
on.
gone you.
They go into so much more. Like, even the. God damn it. No. This run fucking sucks. Um,
Do
they
another one after this.
explain the, like, bomb's name right away. And they didn't explain that, like, at all in the anime.
Yeah, they go. That bugged the hell out of me. I was like, because like that should intrigue the shit out of you
Yes!
more. Like his name is the 25th bomb. What the? We still have questions about that.
Exactly. Like, that one guy noticed it in the end credits, and, like, he didn't. He had watched it all already, and at one point, like, I am reading it, and I'm just like, oh yeah, by the way, this is that.
And it also like the way the webtoon goes into it, it makes you think more about the fact that not just when they go into his name, but the way the way Rachel talks about it, I should say, in the webtoon, really gives you the idea that because his name can also mean light, not light, night.
Yeah.
It juxtaposes the fact that he is like the fucking brightest star in the room, just because he is the most cinnamon roll of cinnamon rolls
It's
next
true.
to everyone else. Because everyone else in the tower, like he's the only one that went in having everything and knowing that it's Rachel, and then he finds her. He has everything that he ever cared for and more by the time he sees Rachel again,
Yep.
because he meets Rachel. Everyone else in the tower is so broken and jaded because of the way the tower raises people and takes from people. Shibisu goes into it, and same with I can't remember her name. Like shit, what was her name?
Um,
Cereza.
the one
The
that's similar to Shibisu.
yeah, the old lady with the knife.
Yeah.
She, Serena. That was it. Serena. They go into her story a lot more in the webtoon, and like you actually get to
Honestly,
see like
that's what I'm excited for. Sorry to interrupt. That's what I'm really
you're good.
excited for, because in the anime it feels like they just kind of like, oh yeah, this is my life, blah 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 blah. It's really unfortunate, and I'm just like, okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
why do I care?
Even Ho gets a little bit more.
I've heard that
Like
Ho got done like pretty dirty in the anime,
yeah,
narratively.
like I started with I think I started with the anime,
Yeah.
and it's still like it still rang good with me. Oh wait, no, I started with the webtoon. I did start with the webtoon because
Didn't you
I
recommend it to
didn't.
Fathom?
Yes, I started with the webtoon because I wanted to see if the anime would be worth watching, and the anime was 12 episodes, and I think they were at 360 chapters when I started reading, and now they're further.
Yeah, like they're way further.
I am caught up. I'm like 3 episodes past caught up because I spend coins and watch ads. But I stopped doing that, and now I just watch an ad to see one. Because if I wait until the web series catches up with me, I won't be reading it for a month.
Fair.
I just watch one ad, see one chapter as it's uploaded, like everyone else. But I'm like 4 chapters ahead or 5, whatever. But yeah, Ho gets done dirty. There are parts of certain things that are really, really like I thought were done, and while in a different way, was still done very well in the anime, even with the changes. Like I wish the anime would have done the Anak versus Endorsi fight during the test better. Like it was still great in the anime, but the fight has more depth to it. There's more said.
Not
you learn a little bit more
because it seemed pretty, like it didn't seem super empty, but it didn't seem very fulfilling. I think is the better word.
Yeah. Like they still do a very good job at like showing the talking. The talking points are good. They leave out stuff, but they are good. But there's actually like one funny ass detail that they skip over in the anime entirely. And you know how Shibisu calls him her daddy at one point?
Yes.
During the anime? And you know how like she's the runt? Well, she's actually the oldest one there. In the webtoon, during the fight, Norzi says like, "Shut up! I know you're older than me."
Dang.
Yeah. So that's another thing that they don't go over very well in the anime. Granted, it's done better in the second season of the webtoon as well.
Yeah.
But age, once people learn how to control Shinzu to a degree, they can suppress their aging. And something I had to learn from like doing research into like what Sui says about the series. Typically, people that don't climb the tower live like 200 years.
Okay.
People who do go up the tower and become regulars and actually make it past I think the 10th or 20th floor can live up to like 1,000 years. And like the stronger your control with it, the longer you live. Characters like rankers, like Leroro, Quant, and I can't actually remember if Han Sang Yu falls into this category, but they're all immortal.
Somehow I can see that. Like I knew there had to be more with like what was going on with the tower that they haven't explained, and I'm honestly hoping they explain that in season 2 because that's kind of important.
Oh, they do. So season 1, and until you watch season 2, you're not. It's very hard to explain to people that season 1 has almost no full-on plot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and none of it's filler. None of the anime is filler at all. All of it happens in the webtoon, and they had to subtract parts of the webtoon. Like, there's an explanation of how wave controllers use Shinsu way better in the webtoon. But like once you get into season 1 is basically just, hey, here's the concept. A whole lot of people want to climb this tower. In order to do that, they have to pass these tests. Tests can be dangerous, and everyone seems to view each other as a rival, and everyone has problems with connections.
Yeah.
And the tests are kind of there to force you to both be good with teaming up with people and be good with betraying or going to other teams.
Yeah.
Like that's all set up so you know how characters are going to be like in the tower, because you get to see everyone juxtaposed to Bomb, and I would say Rachel, but she acts more like the people in the tower than the people in the tower. And oh man, she would have won Game of Thrones. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say it right now. She would have won in Game of Thrones. Considering the moves she's playing right now, she's not even completely successful, but she fails up better than Buggy. And the sad thing is it's not funny like Buggy or Usopp, but she's twice as successful somehow. But yeah, season 2 gets into more of like you hear a little bit about the 10 families in the you barely hear about it in the anime. You hear about it from Kun. You hear that Kun's a part of the 10 families in the anime, but Lore, the dude in the blanket, he is also he is also from the 10 great families.
Somehow that's not surprising. Like, I knew there was, like, just the way he's written, there's more to him.
Yeah. So his family apparently is a bunch of sleepers. Like, that's why he sleeps so much. They all like sleep. And they're the second strongest wave controller family. And yeah. Oh wait, are they the second strong? I can't remember if they are or if the Blossom family is. Either way, or Eurasia, not Blossom. Blossom's her first thing. But yeah, you learn more about the 10 great families. You learn what they do to the tower, what they've done to the tower. You start learning more about Hirwan. In the webtoon in season 1, she is just as mysterious. She gets a little more, but Hairlet, I cannot pronounce her name right, but redhead, Patch. We'll call her Patch.
That's fair. I don't even think I know her name.
It's Towerwind or something like that. I'll look her up.
Fair. Because this is the actual last run. My last few last runs were not good.
Thank Hiwa Ruin. Hiwa Ruin. Hiwa Ruin. It's HWA Ryun, like RUUN.
Okay.
I apologize to any Koreans. I have not even started learning how to do pronunciations of Korean names the way I have Japanese names. I think I've gotten better because of Tower of God and because of God of High School, but I haven't.
God of High School Korean?
Yeah, God of High School is another webtoon made anime from Korea.
Dang.
It's also finished, by the way.
Really?
And my God, yeah, it's a wild ride. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm not gonna lie, the last chapter made me cry like a baby.
Aww. Honestly,
but, yeah.
I'm so excited to get reading manga and comics again. Like, now that I have time and can do shit.
Webtoons is so convenient.
Right?
I've read so many now to completion. I just finished Sweet Home as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I finished Sweet Home today. I finished Shotgun Boy, which is in the same universe as Sweet Home. I had to watch it after watching the live action show. It was fun. Trying to think, what was another? Oh, there's a webtoon that gave me a whole lot of joy and depression called The Boxer. That's getting an anime soon.
Oh.
I think it was announced for this year. Or it was either announced this year or was announced to release this year.
You know what? Hollywood may be running out of ideas, but at least anime is going strong.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta catch up with Solo Leveling too. That's not a webtoon, but it is a webcomic.
Yeah, like that one guy and I were planning on watching Solo Leveling next, but instead I convinced him to watch Modern Family for a few episodes, and he did not like that. Which is unfortunate because Modern Family is genuinely one of my favorite shows.
It is Modern Family the show where it's just like three families that are neighbors and it's kind of like The Office.
Pretty much.
I watched a few episodes of that. I'm like somewhere between you and how that one guy apparently reacted. Like some episodes are fire, and some of them just made me want to like kind of put splinters under my toes.
No, that's fair. Not all of them are good, but the show itself is amazing. Like it reminds me. I was telling that one guy that it reminds me of my family so much, but that means all the moments.
Yeah. Okay. I could see that. I just like I'm a bad person to like recommend those kinds of shows because it would be like Tori doing a super action. Oh no, not super action. It would be like Tori recommending anything about One Piece. Like it's not a reliable source because she didn't like it to begin with. She like almost refuses to like it now, and it's just not her cup of tea. It's not a bad thing. It's just not her style.
I'm surprised she's reading the manga, and from what I understand, she actually likes the manga a lot.
That's so good to hear. Last I heard, she was not enjoying any of it still. Oh, it's really nice to hear that she was enjoying part of it.
She was still in East Blue, though. She at least got to Saba Odi.
Awesome. That's the Grand Line.
Right?
They've been on the Grand Line since they met Laboon. So she's out of the East Blue.
Well, yeah, but like the last we had heard that she didn't like it, she was in the East Blue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that's usually where people, like, if you're not a fan immediately, you're a fan the second they get out of the East Blue, pretty much. Or at least until after you get out of the Wampo Kingdom.
Right.
That's like the one, for me, like, I love Chopper. I love his story. But Wampo is such a sad fucking villain. Like, I wasn't even mad that Goofy skipped over his whole arc. Like, I wouldn't be mad if he went back to it, but it's just he's such a sad villain.
Yeah. Like,
he's a better side character than he was a villain.
Yeah, I have heard he comes back.
He does, and he accidentally importans himself.
What?
Like, he fails up almost as good as Buggy.
Oh, shoot.
You know what? I don't mind telling you, because you know things past the point, if you don't mind hearing it.
I don't mind.
So, in a cover story, this is part of why it's not a spoiler, because they do go over it in an episode, but it's done in a cover story. After landing from the Gum Gum Bazooka he took to the face, he just kind of starts eating shit. And then he accidentally hit a toy business.
What?
And the material he used was because he would like produce random things by spitting them out after he eats them. And because that's his ability, he can eat things, combine them with himself, and then he can spit it out as fused material. And he ended up creating something called Wampo metal, which is the strongest metal in One Piece now. And that's what he was making the toys out of. Then government started coming. Then he started making weapons, and that's what General Frankie is made out of.
Oh my. Oh.
And
my.
He shows up at the Reverie, where
that part I knew. I knew he was at the Reverie.
So you know how he accidentally made himself important again at the Reverie, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, he basically heard too much and he saved Vivi.
Yeah.
Which, you know, most out-of-pocket moment for him. Like, I knew why he saved himself. That makes sense. But him saving anybody is a weird thought. Like,
Right? Like he's so goddamn selfish.
well,
It.
but he gets himself a wife, he makes himself an empire, and I think he became a king again.
God damn it.
Oh yeah, he did. That's how he got invited to the river.
But before we go further, we're going to end the stream mainly because I
Yeah.
do need to use the potty. Oh my god. There's a reason why we're friends. We'll see you later. Bye. Hello. If you want more content like the one you were just watching, click over in this area. If you want more plasma coin shenanigans, definitely give us a follow and click over in here somewhere. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.